The first full day with no Israeli strikes from the sky. A chance to assess the true scale of what the bombs have already done. A chance to try and salvage whatever has somehow survived. To finally bury loved ones trapped beneath the rubble. To see whether your home is still standing. Tamam's house isn't. It's the first time she's seeing what remains. Things will get better, a relative tries to reassure her. We've lost our entire lives, she says. Her granddaughter Taslim's home is still standing, but is badly damaged. She still remembers the exact day and time she was ordered to leave by Israeli soldiers. 12 p.m. on the 31st of May last year.
This was our house, the most beautiful house. We worked hard to build it and paid for every stone with our lifeblood.
Taslim is looking for her wedding clothes, trying to build a future with what's left from the past.
Is our punishment to live in Gaza amid death and destruction every day? We are people who want to live. We have souls and lives.
Also beginning to rebuild their lives, the 3 Israeli hostages released by Hamas in Gaza yesterday. This was Emily Damari, a British dual citizen, embracing her mother. Emily's mother spoke tonight alongside relatives of the other 2 freed hostages, Romy Gonen and Doron Steinbrecher.
I'm delighted to be able to tell you that Emily is in high spirits on the road to recovery. As you will have seen last night, she is an amazingly strong and resilient young woman.
Last night in the occupied West Bank, relatives and supporters of largely female Palestinian detainees gathered in the cold, awaiting their release as part of the ceasefire deal. As the Red Cross buses approach, there's frenzied excitement. Many of those being released had been jailed under controversial powers, allowing Israel to hold them indefinitely without trial or charge. Thousands have been arrested here since October the 7th.
Thank God, I'm happy to be with my family, but our happiness is incomplete. There is a knot in our hearts because of the great tragedy of Gaza.
Other male detainees, some convicted of serious offences, are due to be released in the coming weeks. Unlike Gaza, Hamas are not in charge here, but their flags fly high. Anger at Israel's entrenched occupation and almost nightly military raids, helping fuel support for what Palestinians call armed resistance, what Israelis view as terrorism.
Even before the war, support in the West Bank for Hamas was high. Now, many more people here see them as leaders of the Palestinian cause.
The Israeli occupation don't understand any language unless the power and the strong. We live like the animals. If you're weak, Israel will kill you. Because that, we need to be strong. We need a power like Hamas to lead us to freedom.
If Israelis were watching this scene now, they might feel afraid. They might think these people don't want peace. They don't want to ever live together with us. What would you say? What would you say to them?
After all the things we see in Gaza, then when they kill the kids, when they kill the doctor, when they bomb the hospital, we don't want any peace.
A ceasefire might be in force. Both Palestinian and Israeli families are holding bittersweet celebrations. But the two sides are now more divided than ever. Enduring peace looks a distant prospect.
Well, today, Prime Minister Netanyahu recorded and released a video congratulating President Trump even before the inauguration took place. Trump and his team are being given a lot of credit internationally for helping push the ceasefire that's currently in place through, particularly for apparently upping the pressure on the Israeli side. But in recent days, there are noises from around Netanyahu suggesting he's considering eventually resuming the war in Gaza. That's certainly what his far-right coalition allies want him to do. How would President Trump view that? On the one hand, he's promised consistently in the past to be even more supportive of Israel than President Biden. A number of high-profile settler figures are attending the inauguration. On the other hand, we know Trump likes to be the deal maker, likes to be the peacemaker. This ceasefire will be one of his most urgent and pressing foreign policy challenges.